Welcome to today's debate on one of philosophy's most enduring questions. Do humans have free will, or are our actions determined by factors beyond our control? Arguing for free will is Alex, and arguing for determinism is Bailey. Each will present an opening statement, followed by rebuttals and a final closing statement. Let's begin with Alex.
Thank you, moderator. I argue that humans possess free will, the ability to make choices independent of external or internal constraints. Free will is evident in our everyday experience. When I choose coffee over tea or decide to help a stranger, I'm exercising my ability to act according to my desires and reasoning. Philosophers like Jean-Paul Sartre emphasize that we are condemned to be free, meaning we bear the responsibility of our choices. This responsibility underpins morality. Without free will, how can we hold anyone accountable for their actions? Neuroscience may show brain activity preceding decisions, but this only indicates how free will operates, not that it's absent. Our capacity to reflect, weigh options, and act intentionally distinguishes us as free agents.
Thank you, moderator. I contend that human behavior is fully determined by prior causes, leaving no room for free will. Determinism posits that every event, including our choices, is the inevitable result of preceding conditions, genetics, upbringing, environment, and brain states. Studies in neuroscience, like Libet's experiments, show brain signals precede conscious awareness of decisions, suggesting our choices are initiated before we decide. Quantum mechanics introduces randomness, but randomness isn't freedom. It's just unpredictability. Even Alex's coffee choice is shaped by past experiences, habits, and biology. If everything is caused, moral responsibility doesn't require free will. It can be reframed as society's need to regulate behavior. Free will is an illusion born of ignorance about the causes driving us.
Thank you for your opening statements. Alex, please respond to Bailey's argument.
Bailey's reliance on neuroscience oversimplifies human agency. Libet's experiments show brain activity before awareness, but later studies, like those by Schurger in 2012, suggest this activity reflects readiness, not determination. We can still veto or redirect our actions, which is where free will lies. Bailey claims our choices are fully caused, but compatibilist philosophers like Daniel Dennett argue we can have free will within constraints. My coffee choice may be influenced by my past, but I can still choose tea to break a habit or align with a new goal. Determinism reduces humans to machines, ignoring our capacity for self-reflection and change. If Bailey's right, why do we feel guilt or pride for our actions? Those emotions only make sense if we're free.
Alex's appeal to feelings of guilt or pride doesn't prove free will. Emotions are themselves determined by brain chemistry and past experiences. Compatibilism is a sleight of hand. It redefines free will as acting according to one's desires, but those desires are still caused by prior events. Schurger's findings don't negate that brain processes initiate actions. They just refine the timeline. Alex's veto power assumes a self outside causality, but no evidence supports this. Everything about us, our thoughts, desires, and reflections, is shaped by genetics and environment. If Alex chooses tea to break a habit, that choice stems from a desire to assert control, which itself has causes. Determinism doesn't dehumanize us. It explains us. We're complex systems, not random actors.
Thank you for your rebuttals. Let's move to a question from the audience. How do your views impact moral responsibility? Bailey, you first.
Moral responsibility doesn't collapse under determinism. We hold people accountable to maintain social order, not because they're free. If someone steals, their actions stem from causes, poverty, upbringing, or impulse, but we still punish to deter future behavior. Responsibility is about consequences, not ultimate freedom. This view promotes empathy. Understanding causes like poverty can lead to rehabilitation over blame. Free will-based morality, conversely, risks punishing people for choices they couldn't fully control.
Bailey's view undermines justice. If a thief's actions are fully determined, why punish them at all? Free will allows us to say they could have chosen otherwise. Moral responsibility hinges on this. When we praise courage or condemn cruelty, we're recognizing people's ability to act against base impulses. Determinism's empathy sounds noble, but it risks excusing harmful behavior as inevitable. Free will empowers us to hold ourselves and others accountable, fostering growth and ethical behavior through choice.
Thank you. Now, let's hear your closing statements, starting with Alex.
Free will is not just a philosophical stance. It's a lived reality. Every day, we navigate choices, reflect on our values, and strive to be better. Determinism may explain influences, but it cannot erase our ability to act intentionally. Without free will, morality, creativity, and personal growth lose their meaning. We're not just products of our past. We're agents shaping our future. I choose to believe in our freedom because it gives life purpose and responsibility.
Determinism offers clarity, not despair. Our actions are part of a vast causal web, but that doesn't diminish their significance. Understanding that our choices are shaped by biology and environment allows us to approach life with humility and compassion. Free will is an appealing story, but it's an illusion that ignores the evidence. We don't need freedom to live meaningfully. We need to understand our causes to improve ourselves and society.
Thank you, Alex and Bailey, for a thought-provoking debate. The question of free will versus determinism remains open, and we hope this discussion has illuminated both perspectives. The audience can now reflect and decide for themselves.